welcome you. Today, we're diving into something pretty big, the digital Alexandria.
Yeah, it's this idea of all our collective tech knowledge, source code, plans, data, all digitized.
But not like old library scrolls, right?
Yeah.
More like living code.
Exactly. It's vast, incredibly valuable, but also, surprisingly fragile. And there's this threat people talk about, a digital dark age.
A dark age.
Yeah.
Sounds dramatic. Not like a fire burning everything down.
No, not really. It's more insidious. Think locked vaults, proprietary systems, IP restrictions, slowly walling everything off.
So like finding an old floppy disk and having absolutely no way to read it.
Precisely that, but on a massive scale. Your data, our collective knowledge, just lost to time because the key's been thrown away or the lock's changed.
Okay, that makes it clear.
Yeah.
So today, our deep dive is really about why keeping this knowledge open accessible.
Yeah.
It's not just like a nice idea, is it?
No, it's arguably an ethical must-have for our future, for, survival even.
Right. So we'll get into the why, the philosophy behind it, the mind-boggling value, the hurdles it faces, and really make the case for why it's non-negotiable.
And the philosophy part is interesting because it came from sort of two places. You had the free software movement, very principled, ethical.
Yeah.
Richard Stallman's idea about user freedom, study, change, share the code.
The four freedoms, right?
Exactly. And then came open source, maybe more pragmatic, people like Eric Raymond focusing on it being just a better way to build software. Transparency, collaboration.
The whole cathedral and the bazaar idea.
That's the one. Many eyes, making bugs shallow, that sort of thing. Different motivations, but often, similar results in practice.
And this bazaar, this open model, it seems to have generated incredible value. What does that actually look like? We're talking big numbers.
Oh, huge. This open knowledge, whether driven by ethics or pragmatism, it basically underpins almost everything digital now. There was this Harvard Business School study.
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, it put the global value at something like $8.8 trillion.
$8.8 trillion.
Wow. Yep. Think about core internet stuff like the Apache web server or Linux, they're foundational. And then huge companies, Google with Android, Red Hat, they built massive businesses on top of and contributing back to these open foundations.
Okay, $8.8 trillion definitely underlines non-negotiable. But like any shared resource, this digital commons must face threats, right? What keeps it vulnerable?
That's the flip side. The big one is the tragedy of the digital commons. It sounds academic, but it's real. Meaning critical pieces of software, things we all rely on, are often maintained by just a handful of, frankly, underfunded volunteers.
So like the Heartbleed bug situation. Wasn't that an OpenSSL?
Exactly. That hit millions. It wasn't a failure of openness itself, It was a failure of us collectively to invest properly in the foundations we all use.
And that lack of investment, or maybe control, it shows up elsewhere too, doesn't it? Like with the physical gadgets we own, the whole right to repair debate feels connected.
It absolutely is. Manufacturers might say, oh, it's IP or safety, right? But the other side is pushing for owner control, cutting down e-waste, supporting local repair shops.
So it's the same battleground, really, access versus control.
Precisely. It's a smaller version of the same big fight over who gets to understand and modify the technology that shapes our lives.
Does this openness versus closed-off approach play out in, say, national security, too? Seems like open code could be risky.
Well, it's a bit counterintuitive. Yes, open code can expose flaws. But the argument, and there's evidence for it, is that having transparent oversight, maybe using things like a software bill of materials, basically an ingredients list for code, often makes systems more secure in the long run. More eyes, even potentially adversarial ones, means fewer places for nasty surprises to hide compared to a closed box no one can check.
So openness as a path to robustness. Fascinating. Okay, pulling it all together, keeping this digital commons thriving is how we avoid that digital dark age you mentioned.
Absolutely. We've had close calls. NASA temporarily lost early Mars data, the Viking lander data.
Yeah.
Just because the formats were obsolete.
Right. And the BBC had that Doomsday Project almost unreadable years later.
Exactly. Open standards, open source. They're kind of the only long-term insurance we have that future generations can actually access and build on our knowledge.
It even scales up, thinking about the future. Like a Mars colony, right to repair isn't about your phone then, it's about life support, right?
Yeah.
It becomes essential for survival.
It totally does. And that brings up maybe the biggest question right now, artificial intelligence. If our most powerful future tech, like AI, isn't developed openly, with human values baked in, what are we building?
Yeah, a few companies controlling that kind of power. That's a scary thought.
It's a huge concentration of power. Openness is arguably the only way to get the broad oversight, the safety checks, the diverse input needed to align AI with, humanity's best interests.
So this digital Alexandria, it's not a static archive. It's alive. It's our inheritance.
And keeping it open is how we ensure every generation can learn from the past, understand the present.
And build the best possible future. Definitely something for you to think about next time you're online.